Hello everyone, welcome back to another comic book review. Today we're going to be reading Saban's Book Power Rangers, issue number 16. Here we go. So this issue opens up over 10,000 years ago, and we see Rita on this planet, and she's in a different type of suit. She's in a red suit, and basically she's after the leader of this planet, and his name's Loran. And Loran basically has the green power coin in the past, and he uses it to morph into the Green Ranger, but he's the Green Ranger without the Green Ranger shield, so I don't know if Tommy gets that separately in this series. But he goes after Rita, but Rita takes him down very easily, and Rita tells Loran that you have to be worthy to have these powers, and you're not worthy, so you're not as strong as the Green Ranger as somebody else would be if they were worthy. Then we see Brill present day, and we see basically Jason and Trini find the Temple of Repulsa, and then we also see that Zordon found a way to communicate with them, and that basically Jason and Trini it's kind of weird because Jason has a yellow communicator and Trini has a red communicator, which that doesn't, just because you're morphed into a Power Ranger doesn't change your communicator, because Billy made the communicators, not the Rangers. So then basically we see how we have Adrian and Rita, and basically Adrian's telling Rita, I'm glad to work by your side, let's go back to the moon and let's destroy Earth. But then Rita says, I want you to stay in Brill and be the leader of Brill still, because I feel like it's a good planet for you to conquer, and if I see your worth, I might eventually work with you. But then we found out that Adrian was actually gonna betray Rita and take the power coin for herself, so she tries to steal the dragon power coin, and she puts on this gold helmet and attacks Rita. But before she can attack Rita, we see Trini in the red Power Ranger suit telling Adrian to give up Rita, and then Adrian tells her army men to attack. So then basically Trini's like, okay Zordon, it's time for you to send the help that she asked Zordon to send a long time ago when she was talking with Jason. So then we see the Power Rangers all jump in, but something's weird. We see Trini in the blue suit, we see Billy in the black suit, and we see Zach in the pink suit, because they changed when they went through the portal as well. So then we see that everybody's trying to use the weapons, but because they're not that Pacific Ranger usually, they don't know how to use that weapons. And we see that Zach's trying to use basically trying to use Kimberly's power bow, but it's not working. He keeps missing. So then he tells Zordon to teleport one of the power bows into one of the army men. And then we see Adrian and basically Rita fighting each other, and then Adrian takes Rita down very easily, and then Adrian tells Rita, it was funny how you lost so easily. And then we see the Power Rangers still fighting and beating up all these men. And then we see that the Power Rangers counter Adrian, and basically they make their super weapon, the Power Blaster, out of their weapons, and they go to blast Rita and Adrian, but then they miss Rita, and Rita's like, try again, and then they try again, and then they miss Rita once again as Rita teleports off of this planet with the Dragon Dagger and the Dragon Power Coin. And she has the Dragon Dagger and the Dragon Power Coin, and she's on the moon in her palace, and they're gonna go have a feast and celebrate their victory. But then we see Squat telling Babu if they're really gonna go ahead with the plan, and then he's like, yes, we will, just leave it up to me. And then we have the Rangers back in their regular suits in the command center, and they're talking about everything that's going on. And then we see that Trini tells Zordon that she felt some dark power by Rita every time she got close to Rita, and she's feeling the power of the Dragon Power Coin. And then we see at school that we have basically Trini and Kimberly, and they're walking in school, and then we see Bulk come out of nowhere, and Bulk's telling Kimberly, why did you turn down Skull? And then Kimberly tells Bulk that Skull turned down her. And then we see back on the moon in Rita's palace how she's celebrating her win, and then Squat tells Rita about Babu's plans and betrays Babu and says that he was gonna betray you. But then Rita tells Babu, "You did a good job." Basically, this was all a plan to see how loyal they were all. So that's why Babu actually was working with Rita and was tricking them to see if they were loyal or not. And everybody passed because Squat told Rita the plan, so he was loyal and everybody was loyal. And then Rita does a then we see that Rita's happy because her plans are finally going to work as she takes out the Dragon Power Coin and says, "I can't wait until I find somebody and I have the Green Ranger as my own," because she's planning on getting a human from Earth and making them the Green Ranger to destroy the Power Rangers. So she says, "I'm about to have the creation of the Green Ranger." Then we see basically at the youth center, Jason and Trini walking into the youth center, and they're talking about their kiss. And then Trini asks Jason, "Did you like that kiss, or did you think it was awful?" Jason tells Trini that he did like the kiss, and then Jason's like, "Are we an item now?" And Trini's like, "I don't know. We should just keep it to ourselves and see what happens later on." So I honestly think they're not gonna date, which is sad because I really wanted them to date. But that was probably the only good thing we got out of the relationship was the kiss, because I don't think they're gonna date. So then we see basically Billy and Zach in this library, and they're trying to still figure out who basically covered for Jason and Trini when they were gone, and Brill. And then while they're typing to see who did, they hear somebody talking to them through the computer, and he's like, and the person talking to them through the computer could hear what Billy and Zach are saying. He's like, "How can you hear us? And who are you?" And then we see basically in this like technical wall, we see this robot, and he looks like Alpha 5, but like a more high tech Alpha 5, and that's where the comic book ends as the more tech Alpha 5. I'm just gonna call it for now. Says, "I'm an old friend." So I honestly think that that's Alpha 5 in the future. I honestly think something happened to Alpha 5, and then he got his cords put into a different body. That's what I honestly think, but I don't know. I could be wrong. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm glad we got to see I'm glad we got to see them starting to do the Green Ranger, because the Green Ranger is one of my favorite Rangers. So I'm glad that we're gonna get the Green Ranger in the Go Go Power Rangers comics, and I'm glad that we finally get to see the Dragon Dagger and the Dragon Power Coin. I can't wait to see the Green Ranger, guys. I'm so excited. But if you're gonna just video, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next video. Love you guys all. Goodbye.